What's up guys, Togawe here, welcome back to more Pokemon Omega Ruby. In the last episode, we prepared to take on Regigigas, but were unable to do so because it was nighttime. In this episode, we're starting off here at the Weather Institute because we are going to get the Heat Rock. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to do this the other day when we were in the episode, I think it was last episode, where we did two Mirage spots in one episode just because it ticked over past midnight and I didn't have a chance to do both the rock, getting the rock from the Weather Institute. Now, I probably could have had I gone and done that before going off to the Mirage spot, but I didn't think of it. Now, we do have everything prepared to take on Regigigas, so I have the Regis in my party. We're just gonna head over to Route 105 just to get on with it and finally take it on. I'm finally recording during the day, like I was saying I would hope I'd be able to. And here we are. So if you actually fly or soar to Route 105, I'll just show you in my party. We have all our preparations made. We have Regi Ice, Regi Rock, and Regi Steel. And as you see, Regi Ice is nicknamed and is holding, at least for us, a Castelia cone, which is what you need. So bring along those. I'm also bringing along Beefcake because I think he can do a good job weakening it, and Tychemycin obviously for Spore. Yeah, so just come here. You'll be right by the island where you actually need to head over to the island cave, fittingly named. And just hop over here. And I'm gonna save just before going in because I don't know exactly what is gonna happen. We're at 249 on the Pokedex, not bad. Now, the way you're supposed to know this is because Regigigas, the little girl, one of the stories says it goes to visit Regi Ice. And then there's the thing about standing in the center. So when you go into the middle of the room, it'll actually happen. So what I'm gonna do is save inside, just because I know we're good here. We're actually gonna go on the PSS and use Capture Power level 3, which we used in the last episode, and and it was very helpful. So Capture Power level 3, use. There we go. And now let's go into the middle. The very earth is quaking. Is something approaching? Zut alors. Holy cow, that was a really cool looking intro. That's probably the coolest looking intro of any of the legendaries we've faced so far. I don't know though, the one with Primal Groudon was really cool. So starting off this fight, this is level 50. We are going to, of course, be beginning with a Quick Ball. As always, we have 22 Dusk Balls as we were left over at the end of last episode when we took on, what was it, Heatran and, what was the, and Azelf, I believe, was the other thing we got. Fortunately, I didn't catch it there. I had caught Regigigas in a Quick Ball multiple times, actually, in these Sinnoh games. Now, thanks to Slow Start, even with a critical hit, that's not going to do that much. Now, was that Iron Head? Because if that was, then we resist it, and I'm just not really paying enough attention. I'm pretty sure it was Iron Head. So we've shown Iron Head, Wide Guard. This thing is incredibly bulky. So I actually could Mega Evolve, but I don't want to raise our damage too much just because I want to be able to reliably get it down. It's also showing Revenge. I mean, that's still not going to do that much. And I'm hoping its last move is going to be something like Crush Grip, just because I remember the one of the Regigigas you can get in Platinum. I don't know if it's the event one or if it's the one you get for having the Regis has it, and it was just so good at tearing through the Battle Frontier. And I have the, oh, please don't kill. Oh my goodness, that is perfect. I don't think I could have gotten it any better. Unless, okay, Regigigas finally got its act together, so now we have to be a little bit worried going into Tychemycin, but thankfully, because we're not weak to any of its moves, unless that was Zen Headbutt and not Iron Head, which I think it might actually be. Oh, well, its last move is Foresight, but both of its moves have perfect accuracy, so I don't know. Well, I get, actually, no, that's for that's not accuracy, that's Lock On. That just lets normal moves and fighting moves hit ghost types, but you don't, well, I guess you do have Revenge. I was gonna say you don't have any of those, but you don't have any normal moves, which would be your stab. Now, we are in a cave, so Dusk Balls should be working here, as you can see by the battle background. This is completely separate from being in a Mirage spot or one of Hoopa's rings. And there we go, that was pretty easy. Honestly, not too difficult whatsoever, so glad we got that out of the way. Beefcake is going to go to level 48, which is nice because he was the only one left on our team still at level 47, and now Tychemycin is the only one at level 49. Alright, Regigigas, the colossal Pokemon. This thing is actually the best counter to Groudon. It's said to have made Pokemon that look like itself from special Ice Mountain, rocks, and magma. Never mind, I guess it's the Alpha Sapphire Pokedex. I know one of the Pokedex entries talks about how it, like, drags continents and stuff. So anyway, that was, pretty easy, I must say. Capture power just wore off. Now, if we head outside... Oh, well, I have to head out one more time. I don't know why I thought I was all the way outside after just walking out one room, considering all of these are 2 rooms. Let's see, what is it that we can do? I don't know which will be the best place to go stomp off at the Pokemon Center, so we'll just go to Dewford since it's right here. No. There we go. Yeah, just to grab the PC really quickly so we can swap back around our party because, well, actually, we do have a bunch more legendaries that will require having special Pokemon in our party, but we are not going to be going after any of those right now. Just heal real quick, just heal up the whatever amount of damage Beefcake took. I don't know if it was even that much, I wasn't really paying attention. I think he got down into yellow, but I don't really know. Anyway, regardless, of course, I haven't had my AC on all day because it hasn't been that hot, and just now as I'm starting to record, it is getting pretty warm, which is rather uncomfortable. Anyway, Regigigas goes right there. Regice, Regirock, and Registeel go over there, and then we get back the rest of our party. As you can see, Techmycin is the only one at level 49. And who will be good for going against this next Pokemon we are going to face? I guess... probably Beowulf. I don't know. We are leaving it on box 30 just because we are going to go face some special Pokemon. Actually... no, I should have... I don't know, whatever. We'll figure it out. No, actually, now that I think about it, Beowulf is not going to be a good lead. We will go with EDM. That'll be better, yeah. Alright, so now let's get back on Megalodios, as we need to soar once more. Haha, it rhymed. And our last stop before Victory Road is going to be over, yeah, here, at Seamawville. So we have a few things we can do here after the whole... I don't know if this is after the Groudon Kyogre thing or after the 8th gym, because I know some stuff is, like, it's a bit different, but whatever. So we are going to head over to the ship. We have 2 things to take care of. If I can get through here, I believe we need to... Excuse me, jeez. Actually, I believe we need to talk to this scientist out here. My mistake. I'm investigating this place, Seamawville, at Captain Stern's request. He wanted me to look for a scanner while I'm here, but I haven't found anything like that. Suppose the only place I haven't checked yet is that lowest room you can only reach by diving underwater, but I just hate having the water close over my head. So, that's a pretty clear indication of what we need to do. So let's make our way over to the deep water. Dude, what do you mean that's the only place you haven't explored? If you haven't gone into the deep water, how could you have explored the entire right half of the place? That's just factually incorrect. Now, if we head down here, I believe this is where we take the opportunity to head down over here, yes. Pretty sure? Yeah, so we're gonna head over here is probably where the scanner is. I am mashing A right now just because I don't know where it is. I would assume it's all the way up here, but I believe it's actually like a hidden item. I feel like it's somewhere over here. It looks like it's right over... Yeah, here we go. So it's just over here. It's just another hidden item. This is where it is. There's something glimmering faintly in the water. Will we pick it up? Yes. And we get the scanner. Pretty easy to find. Honestly, not difficult whatsoever. Alright, now we actually have one thing more to do before heading back to the scientist guy. Over on the right side, if we come up here, if you vaguely remember, I don't know if this room was locked or something, but this room right here, we can head into it. Actually, when you enter, it feels as though you're being watched. Real quick, I'm just gonna save. You may know what this is. It's kind of not that hard to figure out. If you come over here and check the bookshelf, the file folder holds a stack of ragged papers. Official statement of apology. Something Cosmo, am responsible for the loss of the odd keystone donated by the Orberg mine. The rest is too damaged to make out. Feels as though you're being watched. When you get there, you just need to go into any menu screen, and then when you exit out, the odd keystone will be behind you. Yep, so this is a cool little encounter you can get with Spiritomb. Of course, not a legendary, but hey, it's something cool. Kind of like, I don't know, Rotom, where they have these interesting encounters with them. This thing has a catch rate of 100, so hopefully we can quick ball it just to get done with this quickly, because that would be really fantastic if we could just get this out of the way really fast and not have to worry about. We have an awesome battle background for battling inside here. Dang it, I didn't think it was gonna work, but I was so hopeful, but I knew that there was no way that last one was just gonna give it to us. So the best way of weakening this, probably go for a Crunch. It's gonna be neutral. And of course it's just gonna be spamming Sucker Punch, but whatever. Doesn't really matter about the order of move. Okay, well I did get the defense drop. This thing is kind of bulky, actually. Well, it's not going for Sucker Punch now, so never mind about the spam. Ooh, wow, that defense drop really, really did a lot. I don't know if I can easily weaken this. So I'm just gonna go to Taikamaisin and Sport from here. I think from here, with a catch rate of 100, Ultra Balls should be enough. Now, I don't know, Dusk Balls are night or caves. I don't think just being inside a building is gonna work, especially since you can see the light filtering in. Just thematically, it wouldn't make sense. So, awesome. It's just gonna go for that Sucker Punch spam that I was predicting and waste it basically when I'm not going to be attacking. So I don't need to worry about that anymore. And now we go for Ultra Balls, which I have plenty of, just because most of the legendaries. Ooh, critical catch, nice. Would have rather had that on the next thing we're going to be facing, but hey, what are you gonna do? So that's Spiritomb out of the way, but that's not the main thing we are here for. But, we'll see. Spiritomb will go to box 30s because it's like a interactable or special gift Pokemon. 108 spirits. Yeah, that was such an odd, no pun intended, because of the odd keystone, such an odd number chosen for how many people you have to meet in the underground. Excuse me. How many people you have to meet in the underground to activate the odd keystone to get it in the originals? Or was it something like 32 or 37? I don't remember. I know it was just something completely wacky, and just who would ever bother? Also, the fact that you could find that one, the way you actually got the odd keystone was super creepy too. You could get one by, there was one you got by talking to that guy who was kind of off to the side hidden, but then there was also one you could get by surfing into the trees, surfing into the little lake that didn't go anywhere at the south of Twinleaf Town where you started, and looking in between two trees. It's just so weird that that happens, but I mean, it can't be I guess it could be a bug, but that's such a weird bug for that to be a bug. Anyway, is that the scanner? Do you think you could deliver to Captain Stern? I still have things I want to inspect while I'm here. Yep, so we need to use the Eon Flu and head back to Slateport. And watching this animation does get old after a while. At least the music is pretty good, and it is a lot of fun to go around. Granted, it is a little bit disorienting sometimes when you initially come up, but hey, it's not that big of a deal. As long as you just get your bearings straight and turn around the correct way. I kind of get confused around the area between Mauville and like Mount Pyre, sort of the routes up there, but it's not too tricky. Oh, excuse me. First order of business, excuse me, I was off by a tile and I can't stop hiccuping now. Let's heal up. I know we didn't take too much damage, but hey, can't hurt. And yep, there we go, restored to full health, and now we will head over to the shipyard. Actually, I don't think he's in the shipyard, I'm pretty sure he's in the actual dock pier area. Yep, here we go. Yep, can I talk to you? Oh, that device there is the scanner from Sea Marvel. That could make our expeditions really check if I'm butchering this dude's text. Would you do me a favor and let me take that scanner off your hands? Yeah, let's see. We got a trace of deep sea tooth or deep sea scale? Yes, thanks. This will help our research a lot. Take this bell as a token of my appreciation for your generosity. No, you get the clear bell, or I believe you would get the tidal bell in Alpha Sapphire. That bell figures in old legends from the Johto region. It's pretty nice to have. When I was working on Sea Marvel, I had a lad working under me who is from those parts, and he gave me that. If I remember rightly, his family passed down some special dance style. It was only for girls, so as a lad, he came here looking for work. He always kept that bell on his person, but sometimes when we were up top there at Sea Marvel, that bell would ring and it would almost seem to glow. Sure was mysterious, alright? I've held on to it all these years, but I'd be happy if it could serve you some use now. Righto then. He said that up on top of Sea Marvel, it would start to glow. So I think that's a pretty clear indication of what we need to do. This will open up another one of Koopa's rings for us. I believe this is the last actual one, or maybe if not the only actual one that requires an item to do. Some of them do require having a bunch of different Pokemon, as we've seen. We still have a bunch that require having a specific set of Pokemon with us, but we will get to those in the post-game, I guess, just because kind of getting old, just taking on Legendary after Legendary, and I would like to get on with things. So after we take on this one, we will be heading to Victory Road for real this time. The clear bell in your bag seems to be glowing faintly. And if you head all the way up here, Mysterious Ring is floating in the air. Mystical presence seems to be lurking within it. Would you like to examine it? No, because I actually want to save first. I was thinking it would work like the other ones where you walk up to it and press A. We'll examine it now, but before we do, please tell me I restored to... Oh, I totally did. Awesome. Capture power level 3. Use. Alright, and now we can take this thing on. Mysterious Ring. This is such a cool view. A mystical presence seems to be lurking within. Would you like to examine it? Get this amazing battle theme. Both Ho-Oh and Lugia have the most amazing legendary battle themes. I can't pick one. I think I like Lugia's a little bit more just because it verges on atonal, which is one of my favorite styles of music. But this one is so just, like, the way it's stylized is just absolutely perfect and beautiful. Everything it tries to do, it just does absolutely right. No, I did not think we'd be getting this one in a quick ball. Punishment. What are you punishing me for? What did I do to you? Actually did a decent chunk. I don't think Boomburst is gonna kill us. Thing is a legendary. It's pretty tanky as far as I'm aware. I don't know which of its defenses are higher, but yeah, that's not killing. Even if I go for another one, even if it's a crit, it's not gonna kill. So please live. Awesome. 6 HP. I don't know why it's just spamming punishment. I wonder if it has like extra sensory and sacred fire. From here we'll go for crunch. If I even live. Okay, it's going for sunny day. That's a bit scary considering I have no clue how I'm gonna put this thing to sleep. Hopefully this doesn't kill. Oh, that was actually perfect. It lowered the defense, but it's not like I'm gonna be going for another attack. Unfortunately, well, I'm just gonna let it kill me. I'll just go for an Ultra Ball, I guess. Can't use Dusk Balls. I was gonna say, unfortunately, I can't switch, but I'm so close to dying. And, I mean, I could switch, but I can't safely switch into Techmycin, and oh dear. Okay, so it does have Sacred Fire. That is a physical move somehow. I've never understood that. It doesn't look like a physical move. So now, because I don't have Cloud9, we run the risk of getting wrecked. Now, if I had something like a Focus Sash I could use, unfortunately, I would need to use one for every tough legendary. Quick Claw, you are the best. Oh my goodness, thank you. Alright, we are going to waste no time with switching out and worrying about ending up getting KO'd, because this will let the sunny day run out, hopefully, while it's still asleep. And we just have to hope we can get it in the ×2 rather than the ×3. Of course, our efforts are doubled by sleep and then doubled once more. Oh dear. Doubled once more by the catching power, but oh dear. That is not that good. Alrighty, well, this is gonna be fun. As I said, this is gonna be fun. Thank you, Hello. You kind of faked me out with how difficult you're gonna be. Awesome, we didn't have to fast forward through either of those two legendaries that we took on this episode. Again, Spiritomb is not a legendary, just like Rotom. It's not a legendary, just like Fion. It's not a legendary. Also gonna go to box 30. Totally cool. The ring stays here. Oh, I can't even check it out. Alright, well, whatever. Awesome. Well, I guess now we just take on Victory Road, which we're gonna do in the next episode. This one a little bit short, but hey, we took on 2 legendaries and we've pretty much done everything I want to do before taking on the Elite Four. We do have a bunch more legendaries we could do. Looking around, I don't think we have any others that appear in Mirage spots available right now. Crescent Isle, of course, is going to be a pain to find, but we will eventually go and take care of that. So let's soar over to Sutopolis City, and yeah, we will prepare up to go take on Victory Road. The items we're going to need are, I believe, well, we're going to need Waterfall to get there, so we can prepare when we actually reach Evergrande, but we're going to need Surf, Flash, and Strength, if I am correct about that. Heal up real quick, just because EDM did have to faint to get us through there. Very much appreciated. With our fully evolved team almost level 50, we are good to go, I guess. Let's just swap over to box 4. Looking at this, yeah, here's box 30. I have a bunch of Pokemon here. I wonder if Ho-Oh has a, oh, this thing comes holding a smoke ball. I wonder if it always does. Probably does. That's nice. Now, I wonder if this thing comes holding a Sacred Ash. It does. Excellent. Okay, I was kind of hoping for that. Not that we're gonna need to use it, I hope. The Sacred Ash is a really cool item just because it works so differently from every other item in the game, which I just find really intriguing. But anyway, here's our box 30. We will end up filling this and having to go over into box 31 with Legends. Box 31 will, of course, open in the post-game, but for now, let's just leave it on box 4, which I don't actually think we're going to fill up because I think there's only 2 new Pokemon in Victory Road, funnily enough. So, we would need 1 more DexNav Pokemon, and I don't think there's actually any DexNav exclusives from the National Dex in Victory Road. But, as I keep saying, that does it for this episode. And as I've said many times, next time we take on Victory Road. See you guys then.